Time for new decks, and new decks. So now we're going to do a set of banner decks. First of all, what I'm going to do for the next 2 weeks is I'm going to upload every other day instead of every day and spread it out a bit, because that fits my schedule a bit better at the moment. I'm sure people will survive without having a video every single day. And then I guess since I just finished playing all of the Reigns of Castamere decks, all 8 factions, maybe I should talk about my impression of the agenda a bit. The Reigns of Castamere agenda, I just have to say, it feels outdated. So there are so many turns where even when you're able to activate the agenda, it just doesn't do anything. And so the Reigns of Castamere agenda used to be one of the most popular agendas, and that's because the only real viable type of deck at that time was a big character with renown deck. And it was very strong in that situation because you could either kneel the opponent's large character with renown, and there weren't so many stand-up abilities at the time. If you knelt something, it was probably actually legitimately done for the turn. Or you could use the stand token on like your Tywin Lannister or something. And there was not Valar Dohaeris at that time, I don't think. It was only Valar Morghulis, so once you got you could just keep throwing down more big characters over and over, and there wasn't really any punishment for it. You didn't have to play as conservatively as you do now, and these reset-based decks were just not as prominent. But now there are too many decks where they just don't care if you kneel one of their characters. So like Drowned God, Greyjoy, Banner of the Sun, the Castamere agenda is almost completely useless against that deck. It does very close to nothing. And numerous other decks of a similar type which just don't really, they're not based on large characters that do challenges. So yeah, I think it's decent. I mean, it's not bad. There's worse agendas, but it's not particularly good either. Reigns of Castamere, just an outdated agenda. So let's go to the decks. This is Baratheon Banner of the Wolf, the first one. And as I think I may have mentioned in a previous video, the only thing that I could really see to do here that really makes any sense is to run these cheap Stark Lords and Ladies, which are fairly decent characters to have on their own. And then you can sacrifice them with Heir to the Iron Throne to get Stannis, Robert, or Big Melisandre, wherever she is. Yeah, this one. And that's actually pretty good if you can do it. Other potential ways that you could go is if you're bringing in the Stark cards, you could go for like a Ward, Ramsay Bolton type of thing. But that's bad out of Baratheon. I don't see why you ever do that out of Baratheon. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So this is what we did. And we have Frozen Solid as well. That's a very nice thing from the Stark banner because Baratheon does not like locations. I mean, no one likes locations, right? But if you're playing a long game with Baratheon and someone, I don't know, taking care of like Starfall or something can be a pretty big deal with this attachment. So that's very nice. Since we're doing that, we have Flea Bottom. Flea Bottom also helps with the fact that Baratheon is one of the worst factions at dealing with board pressure and military claim because you don't have a whole lot of ways to mitigate it in faction. Flea Bottom helps with that because you sacrifice Rickon and then he's a claim soak if you need him. And yeah, so that's our restricted card. And because Baratheon also what restricted cards do you care about out of Baratheon? So we miss out on trade routes. It's a little bit unfortunate, but I think it's okay. And let's see, what else is there to talk about? I guess I'll just go down the list here. We've got Jojen Reed, basically a Flea Bottom character. Stealth power icon is nice. Septim Ordain, a little bit. So these are a little bit of a flex. Which cards do you use here? Sir Dantos Hollard and Septim Ordain. I went with these because they're on the cheaper end of cost, and they have pretty relevant abilities. Having Sir Dantos be able to stop military claim is very nice. You could also use Great John Umber if you wanted to. I think Great John Umber would be fine. But for me, a big consideration of the deck is cost. I really wanted all the characters besides the 3 Heir to the Iron Throne targets to be basically as cheap as possible, specifically because I'm missing out on trade routes. And because I'm playing a banner deck, so my economy is naturally weaker to begin with, I can't play like Dragonstone Port. I mean, you could play Dragonstone Port and it's probably fine, but it's not as good as a single faction deck where it's going to be consistently reducing pretty much everything in the deck. So that was something I took into account. I played as many cheap characters as I could get away with. And to that end, we have stuff like Edric Storm, Moonboy, Selyse, and Shireen are cheap Baratheon ladies that can be sacrificed with the heir as well to make it more consistent. Vanguard Lancer also, because he has a little bit of Flea Bottom synergy if you get him into that discard pile somehow. We do have Close Call, because always, to help with that. So Bodyguards, Milk of the Poppy. I'm playing some dominant stuff, so we have a couple Traitor to the Crown, which also goes with the Red Keep. And so then we have 2 Iron Thrones and 2 Chambers. The idea of the deck is not to be reliant on Iron Throne and Chamber of the Painted Table to win the game, but it makes so many matchups go from you're not favored to all of a sudden you're very favored if you just get these 2 cards into play. For basically, like I said, all of these decks that simply don't engage with challenges and do their own thing, and they're reset-based decks, if you just marshal these 2 cards and they don't have a way to get rid of them, it makes it very difficult for them to deal with. It sort of gives you a win condition that lets you be the deck that's ignoring challenges. So if there weren't so many of those decks around, I might not use these, but I think there's enough to justify it. And it's also good because Stannis and Melisandre both have dominance abilities, so you don't mind having the Iron Throne. I'm still not using the Northern Encampment because I really don't enjoy losing the game because I lost dominance and my economy didn't stand. So unfortunate how they designed that card. If it could just be kneel to gain 1 gold, 2 instead if you won dominance last round, it would be like playable. But the fact that it becomes 0 if you don't win dominance is just not acceptable. Luckily, Baratheon finally did get some playable economy, which is the King's Gate, which is probably one of the better gates. You're pretty likely to have 5 or more power at some point, and it's also like goes with the fact that you want to sacrifice it later in the game, which is when you're more likely to have the 5 power. So that's very nice to have. And then we also have the Stone Drum, because I saw this and I was like, wait a minute, can this actually be a reliable Rose Road? And it can be, because I think we have 5, maybe even 6 kingdom plots. Kingdom. Yeah, every single plot except Close Call is a kingdom. And of course, kingdom plots are not uncommon on the opponent's side either. And this is just while there is a kingdom plot card revealed. So this is nice. It gives us a 10th economy. So we have At the Gates, Noble Cause. I did Here to Serve because it is a kingdom for the Stone Drum. And you can go get Maester Crescent to get rid of Milk, or you can get Maester Pylos or the Storm's End Maester. So this is a little bit better than Confiscation, I think. Where is it? The only downside is against Queensguard. If you run into Queensguard and you play this instead of Confiscation, that can cause you to lose the game. But if you're trying to maximize your chances of winning games, you wouldn't play this to begin with. I think this is an okay deck, but there's no way it's ever like a tier 1 deck. We have the King in the North, because this is one of the few things Baratheon has in their favor, is that they can still play this plot pretty reliably. And Counting Coppers, because there's no events. So I think it's a little bit better than Exchange of Information. So let's go. See, this guy may not be playing the game. Doesn't look like it. Oh, there, he picked a deck. Stark Fealty. Okay, then. Well, we've got the table. Let's see if we can get the chair. Look at all those little characters. Carhold. That's a little bit weird. I think the only character in my deck that would gain power is Robert Baratheon. So this isn't that big of a deal. So obviously he can Frozen Solid my throne and chamber of the table, but what he doesn't know is that I have Maester Crescent. I mean, he probably does know that I have Maester Crescent, but still. Very good to have a response. Because this very well may be necessary. Sort of depends on what happens. Alright, I don't have any big characters in hand, so we'll do this. King's Gate. He made himself first player. Maybe he's going to do Ward. That'd be really annoying. Is Heir to the Iron Throne a search effect? I think it is, because... Okay, so... We're going to marshal Rickon, and then if he tries to do his Heir to the Iron Throne, we cancel it. Which is funny. There's Mira Reed. Not too much for her to do at the moment, though. I could Frozen Solid Carhole, but we're not going to do that. Not yet, at least. I would actually put Milk on Arya, so I don't have to do military claim, but Mira Reed is in Shadows, so that doesn't do anything. I guess we can do a Bodyguard to absorb it. Sure. I guess we're going to play this dude, even though he doesn't do anything with his ability. Still good to just have another character. Yeah, you get that unopposed power. I will be taking it. There she is. I told you. Hopefully we can milk her next turn. Because what he will do is he will try to play Heir to the Iron Throne, but then we cancel it. And then we outplayed him. Damn it. This is going to discard something that I want. It always is. Don't get milk. Alright, that's probably okay. Probably the best discard, to be honest, Frozen Solid. Unless Flea Bottom shows up, then I'll regret not having it. Well, I guess we always do military. I don't think it matters to do a challenge with Celeste because she can't win a challenge. What is that? As hard as winter. Interesting. Give me that power. Frozen Solid or Traitor? Well, let's not give him Frozen Solid. Thanks, Jojen. We dodged one. Don't have to play Here to Serve yet. Where is it? So even if we sack Rickon to cancel his Heir to the Iron Throne, we still can sacrifice Celeste. Oh, that's annoying. Are you serious? Who plays that card? That is super annoying. Oh, he canceled ours. I mean, nothing you can do about that. Oh, I can sacrifice my Rickon to cancel his Rickon. That's hilarious. I guess we do it. Yeah, that was worth it. Dude, really? I guess we're going to keep the Iron Throne. I'm pretty triggered that he's playing Nothing Burns like the cold. Come on, man. Sadly, Mira Reed is going to dodge the milk. It's very difficult to ever actually hit her with it, unfortunately. Very difficult. He did make himself first player, but yeah, me neither. This is a pretty good hand, because next turn I can go Noble Cause. And this is why I kept the Iron Throne, because there's other stuff in the deck that goes with Dominance. So it's going to be good to still have the Iron Throne when I marshal Melisandre. Oh, it's so annoying. If he didn't have that Rickon in play, I could have milked Mira. I hate this game. At least Melisandre doesn't care about Mira Reed. Ramsay Snow, seriously? That's fine. You can see here what I was talking about with the board pressure and Baratheon. You can see he's already trying to kill my board. I guess we could just marshal Melisandre this turn. We actually don't have anything better to spend money on. It's kind of sad. Let's do this. Probably have to go Coppers next turn. Maybe that's the power of Heir to the Iron Throne. Even though we sacked a 3-cost character, it's still basically an 8 gold plot. Got the Robert into play. Yeah, you can't stop this ability with Mira Reed, you goober. Can't do anything about it. Hopefully I can use the King's Gate, but I don't know if we're going to get there this turn. I really need Flea Bottom. Flea Bottom would be sick. We already have 3 characters in the Flea Bottom pile. I'm guessing his restricted card is Ward because he's playing Ramsay Snow. Which Maester Crescent can deal with Ward, but it's like a delayed way to deal with it. I don't know. It's not reliable to Crescent a Ward, because he's probably also playing Marched. You have to already have it in hand, that's the only way. We use the Robert duplicate, because Robert gets disabled by Mira Reed, and Melisandre is not. I don't think we defend this, no. So we can win 3 challenges when we attack. Both of these are bad. Yeah, of course it gets that. To be fair, this might not be useful. If Mira Reed never stays in play, then it might not actually do very much. Let's see. Yeah, I think I defend this, maybe? I'm not sure what's correct here. Right, so if Melisandre defends it, I cannot win Intrigue. If Robert defends it, I cannot declare military. So we'll just say unopposed. This is convenient because if he actually kills a character, then Sansa goes down to 3 strength. But he probably won't. He's going to use the other Arya duplicate. That's my guess. Yep, called it. Now I cannot win power and intrigue, which is definitely annoying. I'm going to win the power because I can use King's Gate. It'll give me exactly 5. Nice. Very nice. There's still no reason not to do this, I guess. Yeah. It doesn't do anything. He'll just block it, so we end our challenges. Alright, time to get sniped. Wow. Which one of these do we get? Probably Summer? I think we take Summer. Oh, I might should have picked Ramsay there. This could be bad. King's Gate. I'll draw that. I should have picked Ramsay. That was a misplay. I'm going to get hit with March to the Wall now. That was a misplay. It's not the end of the world. Like I said, Robert probably can't ever do anything anyways, so we can discard him. Oh, this is how we play around it. We do Here to Serve. Yeah, this dodges it. Oh, okay. That sucks. I didn't think he would do that. You don't do March to the Wall there? Really? That's very frustrating. Do we get Pylos? Or Crescent? I think we just go with one of these, because it's going to go on the bottom anyways. This is still okay because he does Ramsay and it only discards Jojen Reed. I can live with that. It just needs to not hit Melisandre. And he's 1 gold off of Ramsay Skagos, so we're safe from that. Yeah, you can't get rid of Melisandre. Let's get the character that has a duplicate. Then maybe Bran Stark? I didn't see any events in his hand though. Oh, we have to do this because this way we can play a limited and play another character. So that's what we do. Alright, this time I'm taking Ramsay Snow 100%. If Melisandre's ability goes off, which I believe that it will. Because what can he do about it? Next turn we go Noble Cause, probably. Oh, unless this discards Stannis. This is going to discard Stannis. I can already feel it coming. Of course. How did I know? How did I know that it was going to get Stannis? How did I know? I'm so good at this game, I can always tell what's going to happen. I don't think I chump block this. So Sansa's not going to attack. That means Bran cannot go past her. So yeah, we can chump block it. Bran will not be able to win a 1-strength power challenge by attacking into Sansa, so we block it. And by block, I mean we defend. We don't actually defend it fully. This sucks. I can't do a military challenge back at him. It would be really strong if I could. I guess I can. I guess I can stay unopposed and kill Bran. I think it's the play. Man, I really don't know. What is this duplicate? Edric Storm? Well, we never defend it, no matter what. It's just a question of, do we use... I guess I could use the Bodyguard. It's a bit questionable to do that. I think I'll do it, though. I think I'll take the risk of Valar Morghulis. I'll take the risk. Maybe I'll regret that. But he's not in the best spot if he does Valar Morghulis. He's not in the best spot. Do I actually want to do a power over an intrigue? Probably do. Because I get to see his hand and discard something out of it anyways. And there's like no way he can actually play all these cards with just an old gate. So power is probably better than intrigue. Insight. Oh, the insight is so good. Yes, draw another character. Kill that Arya. Kill her. She must die. Oh, that works. Well, now we don't have to pick him for Melisandre's ability. Let's get rid of this. He can keep Bran Stark because I play 0 events. I'm really surprised he's not playing Heir to the Iron Throne. Oh, this would have been so good if I had Stannis in my hands. I hate this game. So obnoxious. I guess I have to play Counting Coppers. Winter Festival. Alright. Do I ever go first? Sure, I'll go first because military claim seems to actually matter here. Oh, so many small characters. I love it. This matchup is really good that I got this recorded because this shows exactly why I tried to play everything as cheaply as possible aside from the large key characters. And now we have the safety blanket, Sir Dantos Hollard. No more military claim for you. Unless, of course, he blanks him with Mirror Read, which probably he'll figure out a way to do. But even then, we can just discard Arya's duplicate, so it's not a big deal. This game would be a free win if he had not gotten my chamber with that Nothing Burns Like the Cold. So that was a really good hit with that plot. It's very weird, though, that we saw that he's playing Frozen Solid. That plot has a ton of, anti-synergy with Frozen Solid. You don't usually play that plot and Frozen Solid. Because if you play, if you play the Frozen Solid, I can just pick the Frozen Solid location that you blanked with Frozen Solid to discard for Nothing Burns Like the Cold. It's very not good, if that makes any sense. Alright, so no Mirror Read. That's great. And this is good since I'm going first. I can kneel Dantos to attack on military. And that way he cannot nullify it by stealthing him. There's nothing he can do about it. Yeah, we do this. No, I don't think we attack with Arya, actually, because he has a pretty obvious and easy military claim with Sansa. Sansa's going to be 0 strength after this turn anyways. So it makes sense for him to pick her for claim. If he wants to use the Umber Loyalist to defend it, that's okay. Now we attack with Melisandre. Because if we don't attack with Melisandre, she will get stealthed on both of her icons. Give me that insight. Wow, he full blocked it. Fine by me. I'm winning dominance, so if nobody wins any power challenges, I will eventually win the game on dominance. Not super concerned about intrigue. All of these are acceptable discards. I guess I'd rather not lose. Oh no, Bran is fine. He's already in play. Why didn't I do Bran? Sort of a misplay there. How does he ever pay for Rob is the problem. Maybe Skagos? Let's take away Skagos. Now what plot do I reveal? I'm kind of in an awkward spot plot-wise. Because I can't... Noble Cause does not work since I have Bran in play. I can't use the discount on Bran. Otherwise, I probably would do that. Probably should have sacked the King's Gate to draw more for this plot decision. I think it's still going to be Noble Cause. Yeah, we might as well. Maybe the King in the North, but what is the King in the North actually stopping on his side? Like nothing. Whereas it disables my Melisandre, so I don't think we do that. Breaking Ties, really? That's the restricted card. Come on, top deck Milk, damn. Well, that's a really good top deck. What are you going to use Breaking Ties on, bro? Dantos Hollard? I don't think I care too much about that. Do I do it, Bran? I don't think I saw any events in his hand, did I? Let's see, maybe we dupe him. First, we do this, because we have Arya. We do this, because stealth is good. What do we do? Oh, we do this, right? Because then we have 1 goal for Flea Bottom. So yeah, that's the play. Can I actually block Intrigue now? It's actually not going to be that easy for him to win Intrigue anymore. Stealth, Melisandre, and then I can block with 5. So I guess he can still win it. So we'll hold the Bran dupe to hopefully absorb an Intrigue claim. Let's go ahead and use this so he can't bounce it. Who do we want? Maybe a Vanguard Lancer? These are all pretty good. No. Let's just go Vanguard Lancer. Why not? So now if he does military, I will kill Vanguard Lancer, and next turn is Close Call. And then we get the value out of Close Call. That would be really nice if he does that. I will use the King's Gate this turn, but I will wait until after he does Intrigue, because all of these are totally fine Intrigue discards. And so I don't want to like King's Gate and then draw another Stannis and that gets Intrigued. Man, Rob with Breaking Ties is a huge pain. So we're just going to have to play defensively this turn. We do have a lot of stealth though. Well, 2 stealth. So fortunately that might make us able to stop him. And even if Arya didn't have 2 duplicates, she's immune to Breaking Ties, which is hilarious because of Septa Mordain. Yeah, he has to try to win power at this point. He can probably do it if he kneels his whole board. Stealth Melisandre. I've only got, what is this, 3-7? Yeah, you can definitely win it. Kind of sucks. But he does not know which characters he wants to do the power challenge with. He's having a hard time deciding. I think since I have 7, you always use Arya, right? Yeah, this... Oh, he's just going to use basically everything. Sure. He's stealth Bran. I guess that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I just can't afford to commit any of these besides the Vanguard Lancer, so I'll do that. If he wants to use Breaking Ties on a flea bottom character, I won't stop him. I doubt that he will do that. I think the Breaking Ties target is Sir Davos for sure, and then I'm not sure what the other one would be. Military, really? Is military the important challenge here? Pretty sure that it's not. I guess he might as well just because... How do you say? Because he has the stand available. Man, I really don't want to use either one of these to defend, but Sir Davos is probably getting bounced no matter what, so let's use him. Like, he's probably not going to be able to attack anyways, because he's going to get hit with Breaking Ties. Oh, he let me defend it. Alright, that's fine. I guess Septim Ordain? Yeah. Not that good of a Breaking Ties hit. Really, the strong thing there is that he stands his board. Oh, now he does Intrigue. Okay, this makes sense. Moon Boy. Obviously, that's okay. He didn't return Mirror Read to Shadows, but I guess he has the second trigger with the Umbra Loyalist, and then she'll go back to Shadows. Man, I think I have exactly enough to win power. 9 to 9. Yeah, let's do it. Nope, he can't defend. I don't think there's any way out of this. Because to get rid of Bran with Breaking Ties, he has to sacrifice a character that needs to defend. So yeah. Give me that insight. Do I still win Dominance? I think we tied Dominance, though, so I don't get Melisandre's ability. Which is sad, but it's acceptable. Give me that insight. I guess we'll save King for the last plot. Kinda sucks. Barring the Gates? Seriously? You're playing Mirror Read, and you're playing Barring the Gates. What are you doing? That also turns off my close call draw, which is annoying. Luckily, it's okay to not have Flea Bottom available. It's not like the biggest deal ever with this deck. Two Vanguard Lancers is really good. Knelt his faction card, but none of those were loyal. I'll take that. And then I'll also take that. Let's get a stealth power icon. And do this. Yeah, we'll hold these dupes for the same reason as before. I don't think there's any way to activate Rob with this board and 0 gold. Don't think there's any way. Which is very fortunate. That Skago sniped so good that we did that. Thank you, Melisandre. I don't think he's in a great spot without being able to use Rob. Still doing military. Should you really be doing military at this point? I don't think so, personally. The lack of intrigue icons is definitely annoying, but whatever. That probably doesn't matter. I guess it matters when he does Valar Dohaeris again. I think Valar Dohaeris might be worse for him, though. He got really screwed on economy. I don't know if he's just not running it or what happened. But he's drawn half his deck and he had 1 old gate the entire game. That's a pretty huge thing in our favor. We didn't do great on economy, but we did better than that. Oh, I think I had, how many King's Gates? Yeah, 2 King's Gates, so we did pretty good on economy. Alright, dude, make up your mind. Here he comes. Why is Alysanne Mormont no attachments? That seems kind of random. Oh, this is a baby power challenge. This is a baby challenge. Well, I do have to use my stealth to defend it, which really sucks. But we will do it. What is the best way to do this? This is 3. So I have to use 2 stealth no matter what. So we use 3, 3, 1. I think that's the best way. Now if Arya goes past Rob, yeah, we can definitely win our power challenge. So that's good. We will kill this Vanguard Lancer, probably. Sure. Just in case the plot deck resets enough to use Close Call again. Probably we won't get a chance to do it, but just in case. Alright, well I need to win power. So if I Stealth Rob and then attack with 9, we again basically have exactly enough to win it. Do this. So this is 8. Alright, we already committed, so we do it. It's like 8 to 7. And we don't declare military because it will give a renown on Robb Stark. Red Keep, very good. Excellent card to draw. We already killed Summer, so let's get Gates maybe? Sure. Ha! Nice time for wolves there, bro. I guess I can make him first. Come on, top deck a king already. This is ridiculous. Damn it. That's pretty exceptional. 21 cards left in the deck. We did draw one Stannis and one Robert, but of course his intrigue took Stannis. Of course, why wouldn't that happen? That would always happen. So we do this. And probably these two. Oh, I think we do Red Keep. Red Keep's not going to be active this turn, but we just do it. I think we just do it. Oh, you're actually going to let my Melisandre defend intrigue. That's very nice of you. She will get stealthed on power, so I'm fine defending intrigue with her. Yeah, you're literally one card too late, Robert. Imagine how strong this turn would be if I had actually had this in my hand to marshal. At least he didn't get discarded by intrigue this time. I still have 3 stealth power icons available, which is excellent, because there's probably no way that I can avoid him winning a power challenge, but it means that if he wins one, I can probably win one back at him with this much stealth. That makes sense. The renown is definitely a problem. Hopefully we can draw Milk of the Poppy. That would be nice. I think we drew one. Yeah, come on. 20 cards left. We've got to draw another one. Alright. So, Stealth Catelyn. Let's say we go with Pylos. And I guess Davos, Stealth Catelyn, and this thing. Then it's what? Oh, so this is 5. Stealth, that's not enough. This together is 8. And stealth these two things, and that is enough, because it's, yeah. So we do it that way. I can also win intrigue, which is convenient. So intrigue's not super important, but there's no real reason not to do it. And I cannot win military, but it's no longer giving him any renown to declare this challenge, so we still do it. I think I was going to win dominance no matter what there. I think I was winning dominance by 1, even if he didn't block it. So he might as well defend it. Alright, I think we have a little bit of an advantage. Not very much. Slight advantage. Now what do? Probably noble cause. Has to be. Breaking ties again. I should have done counting coppers to dig for milk. That's what I should have done. This is really good, though. Trader. Really blows that I can't draw any effing milks. But he's 6 power away. I don't think he can get there even with double renown. And Rob can only get 1 renown because of Trader. Do we just play Bran? Damn, I don't have a gold for Flea Bottom. That was a misplay. I was supposed to not marshal this and have 1 for Flea Bottom because Vanguard Lancer. Whoopsie daisy. Sure, let's hold on to the Bran so maybe he'll think that intrigue still matters even though it doesn't. So 1 renown here, 2 on Daisy, and power claim is 4. That only gets him to 13. That's very good for us. Next turn we go counting coppers and try to put milk on Daisy. Well, I guess he can still get double renown on Rob, though, because even though he's 0, he's still in the challenge. Damn. That really sucks. Look at that. Holy shit. Well, I'm not defending a strength 33, I don't think. So that gets him 5 power. That's exactly 1 off. He's 1 away. Oh, he doesn't have gold for Mirror Read. That's very convenient. So we can use Robert's Renown. I think you target Sansa with the Breaking Ties. Septim Ordain, that's a bit weird. Oh no. Alright, we lost. That's sad. What a crappy way to lose the game, man. If only I had drawn another milk. It is a little bit my fault because I knew that he had Breaking Ties, so I should know that he would reveal it again. Man, multiple reasons why we lost the game here. So first of all, if I had just saved a gold for Flea Bottom Vanguard Lancer, that could be enough. If I had... What else did I say? Yeah, if I had just drawn the milk, I knew that he would reveal this again. I mean, I didn't. I should have. I should have been like, oh, he's just going to do Breaking Ties again. And then done counting coppers to try to draw milk for Rob, and then I win. But instead, I lose. Very sad. I do think this is a game that was in my favor, and I lost it by screwing myself over, though. Let's see if milk was in the top 3. Nope. So even if we did counting coppers, we still would not win that way. But we would have won with the Vanguard Lancer. All we had to do, not marshal this and play Vanguard Lancer. Then he's only at 14, and I win. Very sad. I really don't like losing that way, but I guess it's better than losing to like Sea of Blood.